My pregnant wife had been acting strange for weeks, so when I caught her sneaking a man into our house at 3 a.m., my world collapsed. What I discovered in our kitchen that night changed everything, but not in the way I expected. I never thought I'd be that guy. You know, the one who sneaks around his own house at 3 a.m., suspicious of his pregnant wife. But there I was, heart racing, palms sweaty, creeping down our stairs like some B-movie burglar. It all started about 3 months ago. Jade, my wife of 3 years, told me she was pregnant. I was over the moon. We'd been trying for a while, and it felt like everything was falling into place. But as her belly grew, something changed. Jade became distant, cold even. At first I brushed it off as hormones. It's normal, I told myself. She's growing a whole human in there. Then came the late-night phone calls. She'd step out of the room, speaking in hushed tones. When I'd ask, she'd say it was her mom checking in. But something felt off. One night, I confronted her about it. "Jade, is everything okay? You seem different lately." She looked at me, her green eyes wide. "Of course, Jake. I'm just tired. This pregnancy is taking a lot out of me." I wanted to believe her. I really did. But doubt had taken root, and it was growing faster than our baby. A week ago, Jade told me she was heading out for a quick errand. At 11 p.m. "Want me to come with?" I asked, trying to sound casual. No, she said, a little too quickly. "You stay and rest. I won't be long." That was the moment paranoia really set in. Why wouldn't she want me with her? Fast forward to tonight. I woke up around 3 a.m., the bed beside me empty and cold. Then I heard it, the front door creaking open. I crept to the window, my stomach in knots. There was Jade, ushering someone inside. A man. In the dim light, I couldn't make out his face. "Be quiet," Jade whispered, giggling softly. "Jake might wake up, but I want to have some fun with you." My world shattered. I felt sick. This couldn't be happening. Not Jade. Not my pregnant wife. I grabbed my phone, hands shaking so bad I could barely hold it. I needed evidence, right? That's what the rational part of my brain was saying. The rest of me just wanted to scream. Tiptoeing down the stairs, I heard muffled voices from the kitchen, then a sound that made my blood run cold. Was that kissing? I couldn't take it anymore. I burst through the door, ready to confront my cheating wife and her lover. What I saw next left me speechless. Jade was sitting on the kitchen table, a half-eaten sausage in one hand and a chunk of watermelon in the other. On the counter were 3 massive watermelons. And the man, it was Ethan, Jade's brother. "Jake!" Jade exclaimed when she saw me, nearly dropping her snacks. "What are you doing up?" I stood there, mouth opening and closing like a fish out of water. What's going on here?" Ethan, always the joker, piped up. "Surprise! It's a midnight picnic. Want some watermelon?" Jade shot him a look that could curdle milk. "Not helping, Ethan." She turned back to me, her expression one of guilt, but also amusement. "Jake, honey, I can explain." I leaned against the doorframe, suddenly feeling very foolish. "Please do, because I'm completely lost here." Jade sighed, putting down her food. "I woke up with the most intense craving. I felt like I'd die if I didn't get watermelon and sausages right this second." "At 3 a.m.? I asked, still struggling to process the scene before me. She nodded vigorously. "Pregnancy cravings are no joke, Jake. I didn't want to wake you up. You've been so tired lately with work and everything." "So you called your brother?" Ethan grinned. "Guilty as charged. I'm the official midnight snack delivery guy." I ran a hand through my hair, feeling the adrenaline slowly seep out of my system. But why all the secrecy, the whispering? Jade had the grace to look sheepish. I knew how ridiculous it was. Sending my brother out in the middle of the night for watermelon and sausages? I guess I was a little embarrassed. "And the fun you were talking about?" I asked with some anxiety. She laughed then, a real belly laugh that made her whole body shake. Eating without guilt. Come on, Jake. What did you think we were doing? The absurdity of the situation hit me all at once. I'd been imagining the worst, conjuring up scenarios of betrayal and heartbreak. And here they were, having a bizarre pregnancy-craving picnic in our kitchen at 3 a.m. I couldn't help but join in their laughter. I thought, God, I don't know what I thought. Ethan clapped me on the shoulder. Dude, I'm flattered you think I could steal your wife, but come on. She's my sister, and very, very pregnant. Jade waddled over to me. Yes, waddled. She was 8 months along, after all, and I wrapped my arms around her waist. I'm sorry for sneaking around, she offered. I should have just woken you up. I hugged her hard, feeling the swell of her belly. And I'm sorry for jumping to conclusions. I've been feeling so disconnected lately. I should have just talked to you. She looked up at me, her eyes shining. I know. I've been distant too. This pregnancy, it's been harder than I expected, not just physically, but emotionally. I didn't know how to tell you. You can tell me anything, Jade. Always. Ethan cleared his throat. As touching as this is, can we get back to the snacks? I didn't drive across town at 3 a.m. for nothing. We all laughed again, the tension fully dissipating. I grabbed a piece of watermelon and a sausage, joining in on the weirdest midnight feast I'd ever been part of. As we ate, Jade filled me in on all the things she'd been keeping bottled up. Her fears about becoming a mother, the way her changing body made her feel insecure, and the mood swings that left her feeling out of control. I didn't want to burden you with all of it, she admitted. You've been so excited about the baby. I didn't want to bring you down. I took her hand, sticky with watermelon juice. Hey, we're in this together. The good, the bad, and the 3 a.m. cravings, okay? She nodded, tears welling up in her eyes. Okay. Ethan, mouth full of sausage, chimed in. You guys are gross, but I'm glad I could help bring about this beautiful moment. We threw watermelon rinds at him. As the sun began to rise, casting a soft glow through our kitchen windows, I realized something. This crazy night, filled with misunderstandings and midnight snacks, had brought us closer than we'd been in months. Jade yawned, her eyes heavy with sleep. I think it's time for bed, for real this time. I helped her up, turning to Ethan. Thanks, man, for everything. He waved it off. Any time. But maybe next time. Just keep some watermelon in the fridge, he quipped. We headed upstairs, leaving Ethan to clean up. Hey, it was the least he could do. As we settled into bed, Jade curled up against me, her belly pressing into my side. Jake? She murmured, already half asleep. Yeah? I love you. Thanks for not freaking out too much. I kissed the top of her head. I love you too, and next time you have a craving, wake me up. I'll be your personal snack delivery guy. She chuckled softly. Deal. As I drifted off to sleep, I smiled. Life with Jade was never going to be boring, that was for sure. And our little one? Well, they were already keeping us on our toes. I guess sometimes a midnight scare can turn into the wake-up call you didn't know you needed.